Hello everyone, this is Vishwas and welcome back to our Webpack series and let's continue our discussion on Webpack loaders. As a part of the previous video, we started creating one small demo application where we injected a couple of images. One is logo and one is background image. And as a part of this video, let's continue working on CSS preprocessors. If you remember, we continue working on this application and we added the initial logo image and background image as well, right? And now let's move to the next step where we will start styling our application. So for that we will add the necessary CSS. I already created one CSS file and added all the required uh, code here with the required classes and everything. And now we will start importing this CSS file into our code. To import CSS, earlier we used to add that CSS in link tag of your head section, but with Webpack, we add it differently. So we add that in JS file to get all the possible optimization of the Webpack. Let's add that CSS file in JavaScript now. Changes are simple. We just need to import it and give the required path of our uh, CSS file here. Inside style, we have style.css. Once this done, try to run our build again. For that, I will use npm run build. Let's wait until it's completed. Now build is completed and we'll try to see the error. This is the expected error and error is on now style.css. And this is similar error we faced while adding the images, right? Webpack saying you may need an appropriate loader to handle this file type. And currently no loaders are configured to process this file type. And it's also giving us the CSS code. So now let's continue uh, making the necessary Webpack configuration and adding the loader for our CSS. To handle the CSS configuration, we need a couple of loaders. One is CSS loader and another one is style loader. And those loaders are not part of the Webpack. We need to use those loaders from npm. So now let's install those loaders. For that, I will go to terminal and we'll do the npm install. Loaders are CSS loader and another one is style loader. And we'll install them as a dev dependency. Let's wait until this is completed and then we will continue on next configuration. Now both the loaders are installed successfully. Just to verify, we will go to our package.json and we will see here the CSS loader and style loader get installed. Now let's move to the Webpack configuration file again and continue adding our configuration for CSS now. Here again, we are expecting two properties. The first one is test, same as images, and this is basically used to define what type of file we need to match uh, with the particular loader, and it will be a regular expression. And now second property will be use. So instead of type for CSS, we will now use property use. And it will be array. And here we need to specify our loaders. First one is style loader. And second one is CSS loader. We need to make sure the order is correct. The loaders are executed from right to left. That means first we need to execute the CSS loader. This CSS loader is used to interpret the import statement in your JS file. So here we are using the import statement. For that, we need the CSS loader first. Then we have style loader. Style loader is used to take your CSS code and add it into the DOM of your HTML file. So we'll understand more on this, but first add your regular expression here. A regular expression is simple. We just need to add the file extension CSS, and for that I will use CSS here. And we need to use the dollar sign indicating like it's end of the file. Once this is done, I will save my changes. And now let's try to run the build again. Let's wait until it's complete. Now our build is successful, and again it successfully created the bundle.js file. And if you go here, you will see your CSS file is also gets added in the bundle. And now if you go to our application and try to run it again, now I will refresh my application, and we are expecting that the necessary CSS should get supplied. So you will see the changes now. As I mentioned, I already added all the CSS classes, and now our logo is displayed properly on top corner. Then we have this background image, and if you look at here, we have our title here, and on click of title, you will see the toast message displayed here, and finally we have our description. And now if I inspect the element here and try to see the application source code, you will see in head section the style tag gets added. And if I open this, whatever CSS I have in style.css, all the CSS gets injected here. And this is possible due to style loader. The job of style loader is to take all the necessary CSS and inject it in head section of your DOM. Also, if you go to our bundle.js, right, you will see something related to style loaders. We'll try to search for it. You will see the style loaders are doing something here, like inject style into style tags. That means it's already created the style tag and it's tried to inject the necessary CSS into it. That's the way how style loader add the necessary CSS into your DOM. Now let's understand CSS preprocessors. To use CSS preprocessor in our application, we need to adjust our code a little bit. So let's understand on that now. If you look at here, we are using same color for my title as well as description. So now we will go to CSS file. Now I will add one more file, and that file name is style.scss. And as we discussed, we have a common variable for my title as well as description. So we'll try to cut this code from here and just move to the SCSS file, right? And we convert this code into variable. That for that I will use $color and add variable name here. So this is how we are creating the variable in CSS preprocessor. And instead of like repeating the code at multiple places, we just use that variable name. So color is here and same here. Once this is done, I will again import this file into my JavaScript. So import dot slash, then we have a style folder, and in style folder we need to use style.scss. Once this is done, let's move to your Webpack config. And now we need to add the configuration for CSS preprocessor as well. And to use CSS preprocessor in our application, we need to use one more loader, and that loader name is SAS loader. And that is also not part of the Webpack, so we need to install it. So let's install that loader now. npm install SAS loader. And to enable SAS in our application, we need to also install the SAS package. So I will install that as well and save that as a dev dependency. Let's wait until it's installed. Both the packages are installed successfully. If you go to package.json, you will see SAS and SAS loaders are installed. Now let's go to Webpack config file and start our configuration again. Things are similar. We need to create the object, and object is having two property. The first one is test, where we will add the regular expression, and the second one is use property. To add the regular expression, now I will go with class extension SCSS, and then I will add $sign in the end, right? And now for loaders, we need to use three different loaders here. Style loader will be as it is. Then we have a CSS loader, and finally we have a SAS loader. To understand the sequence, first SAS loader will convert your SAS file into CSS. Then CSS loader will do the necessary things. Then style loader is responsible for get that CSS and inject it into the head section of your DOM. That's it. Now go to the terminal again and run our build. Let's wait until it's complete. Yeah, now our build is successful. And if you go to the application, you will see the application still working as expected. And if I do the inspect element now, in head section, now you will see couple of style tag, right? One is for my CSS file, and the second one is gets added for my SCS. Also, we will go to our bundle.js and check for uh, if the SAS file is loaded, and we will see it is added in the final bundle as well. That's all about the CSS and CSS preprocessor. And if you need more understanding on these styling loaders, you can go to the official website of the Webpack. On official website, if you look for loaders, and in loaders, if you go for styling, you will see all the style loader available here. The first one is style loader. Then we have a CSS loader. Then also we have loader available for less, SAS, post CSS, and stylus. So if you are interested, go through the detail. You will understand more about it. Now go to application again. And if you look at here, our application is taking good shape now. We successfully injected a couple of images and also CSS into our application. But we have one problem here, right? If you look at working of our style loader, it basically take the CSS and inject it in the DOM of our application, right? But that is not the correct way to add the CSS. The CSS file should be loaded separately so that we can take the full potential of minification or caching of CSS, right? But for now, like we are good with the application. We continue explore loaders, and once that is done, we will see how exactly we can add your CSS as a separate file. That's all for this video. And as a part of next video, let's talk on the how we can inject the font in your application. Till now, thank you. Bye.